The player ratings, Houston Red Army, we're going to go right straight into it. David De Gea.
David De Gea, he made a couple saves, man. I know he didn't get a clean sheet, but he get a good 7 for me.
I'm going to give him 7 because for me 8 is high. 7 out of 10 is a good for De Gea.
Yeah, 7 for me. I think he was solid in goal, made some crucial saves at some crucial times.
Yeah, I'll go up and give him an 8. I think both, even though Villa gave us 2 goals, I think both they look good. Both
Yeah, the Villa keeper done well as well.
Good saves today, either one. But obviously De Gea making the better saves in the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him that 8. Yeah.
All right. Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka, I'll give him a.
He made the
6.
cross, the assist, right? Was it not his
Yeah,
cross?
yeah, that's
Yeah, I'll give him a 6, 7. So defensively, it was I guess when you don't notice him, it's good, right? Because there wasn't really a lot of bad things I saw from him, but he had the cross. So I'll give him a 7. Actually, I'll give him a 7.
I'm going to give him a 6. He was solid. Again, but I know even though he did cross the ball for the goal, his passing and his crossing he's still got to work on. And but his defensive duties are still good. But for that goal, he was at fault as well as Martial. Martial did not stand on the free kick, so
Yeah, he
definitely
went and made a quick one to really done it right.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 6 out of 10. Again, defensively he was well, not solid enough because obviously the scope more he considered person to the right mention. But he made a good crucial cross which was resulted in the first goal. So he will get 6 out of 10.
Defensively, he didn't do his normal job. You're only gonna see Wan-Bissaka like tackling defenders all the time. I didn't see him tackle defenders today. I know he won some couple loose balls, and then he assisted. I didn't expect that. I mean,
he made one good cross.
He's the worst. He had the worst cross ever in the team, but he did a good one. And at some point, I could see him and Rashford playing 1-2, pass and move, pass and go. I mean, I saw something offensively. He did a good job. He was passing and moving forward. I like that. Defensively, he was caught offside. He was caught sleeping, but they got the score. He was supposed to have his man, but he was caught sleeping. So I give him a 6.
Look sure.
Look show. Offensively, he has so many chances to assist and make good cross. He was inside the box more than anybody else.
True, actually, come to think of it.
He was in the box more than wide open by himself, but he couldn't pass. Well, he had a good game, but defensively, him and Maguire and Bayer clicking. He get a 6.5.
I'm going to give him 6 because again I can't give him more than the point I gave it to Wan-Bissaka because obviously the amount of chances Lukshaw got on the left flank, he could have made some decent crosses which could have resulted in goals. But every time he didn't make the run properly or his crosses were poor. Okay, so 6 out of 10 I feel like still generous rating for him.
I'm giving him 5.5. I really do think that. I think defensively wasn't that good. I think they target that side. They knew they could get in. The number of dangerous crosses that came in from that side.
Yeah, there's one really turned it in and out.
Yeah.
Really
Grealish realised that he could be got at, and they went at him. I mean, but he did get forward. He did try to make things happen. So I don't know. I think 5.5 is probably a good rating.
Yeah, I'll give him the 6 because offensively, I'll give him the credit for getting up there, and actually trying to give a spark to the offense. It's always good when you see a back up there and making plays. So I'll give him the 6 because of his offensive effort. Like you said, Grealish was looking to exploit him a little bit, but I'll give him the 6.
Maguire.
I'll give him a 6 as well. I think he always has. I mean, he's a great. I think he's a great defender overall. But there's always those 1 or 2 moments in every match you can find where Maguire's like, "Come on,
Out of position."
Yeah, and for this one specifically, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I think it was a solid 6. I agree with Josh. Some good defensive headers. He was good actually positionally. He did cut a lot of dangerous balls out of crosses, and he did have a couple of good free headers. Yeah, 6 is a good rate.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10 also. The reason is basically he actually played in not usual position. He played as a right center half. So again, when he did good, he kind of did crucial interception in couple of occasions. But I feel like he's still a bit shaky when the crosses are coming in. He's not making the spot jumps to perfection, which kind of costing us. Even the goal we considered, I feel like he should have still marked it. I know it was kind of a combination of everyone's fault, that's why he considered the goal. But still, I'm not gonna let him off the hook for the goal. So I'm gonna give him 6 out of 10, and that's kind of like a generous rating from myself.
With his height, and as far as I know him, he's so good on the air. All these corners will be getting. I don't know why he hasn't been getting one to
Converted.
go in, man. I mean, he got 6 for me. I ain't gonna explain more than that, but he need to keep it going.
All right, Baye.
Brady, oh man, man of the match. He got a straight 8.
I'm gonna give him 8 out of 10. He overshadowed everyone in the defense. If it wasn't Baye, I think I don't know what the game would be.
Yeah, definitely an 8 for me.
I'll go ahead 8.5. I really like the defense's game
Fred.
from him. What's that?
Fred.
Fred, to me, Fred's one of those guys. He's always there. You know, like he's just there. So I'll give him a 6.5 for this game.
Fred.
I give him a 6. I think he was good. He held his position, he tried to get forward and make some important tackles. But again, silly free kicks always seems to creep into his game. And I don't know if that's tiredness, but he seems, especially in dangerous positions.
Yeah. Fred.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 6 because he lost a couple of times in a crucial position, which could have resulted in conceding a goal for us. Because when we're playing in a diamond position, his position is very crucial. He's kind of like our pivot. And I feel like today, I think somehow Pogba is kind of dominated the midfield. Fred was not up to the mark, which eventually didn't cost us a lot of goals. But Fred did his job. Sometimes he made a good crucial tackle and made some good through passes. But 6 out of 10, that's
Fred wasn't at his best today. I've seen best of Fred before. Today when he wasn't at his best, he was losing balls today. He'd be winning the loose balls all the time.
Yeah.
Today I didn't see him doing that. So today he did play a good game. But he was still there. He got a 6 for me.
McTominay.
McTominay was the worst player for today. I straight up 5.
Yeah, McTominay is like, he didn't make any such impact. 5 is a good rating for him because I'm actually happy that he was subbed by Matic.
Yeah, I'd give him a 5. No impact, no influence.
Nothing.
Didn't offer anything in the game. Didn't do any tackles. Yeah, definitely strong.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 5. He looked a little lost in the front half of the field sometimes, but I'll give him 5.
Attack. Bruno.
Bruno, I'll give him a 6.5. He always has the flashes, you know, of genius in the front. But I think he looked a little lackluster today. Not the Bruno, you know. But you know the penalty saved him for a little bit for the goal. But I'll give him 6.5.
A 6. He was in and out of the game. Some good passes, trying to make things happen. But I think with so many games coming on, I think they're catching up on him, and he may need a break.
Bruno, my man, I'm gonna give him 7 at least because the thing is that I know he was not at his best today, but he made some crucial passes, you know, especially in the second half. Most of the build-ups are actually starting from Pogba, then it passed on to Bruno, and he scored that penalty goal. Obviously, we should give him credit for that. So I'm gonna give him solid 7 out of 10.
Bruno, in my books, he's never gonna get less than 7. He's never gonna get less than 7.
This is 2021.
Yeah, I know it's 2021.
Yeah.
I know it's 2021. But in my books, Bruno don't deserve less than 7.
Okay.
He scored a penalty. He was passing the ball to strikers and wingers who will never take advantage of it. He passed it to Martial. Martial dribbled too much. You inside the box. Don't even think too much. Just take a shot. So Bruno, he didn't have his best of his game. Yeah, I do accept that. He scored a penalty. Scoring a penalty against Martinez. Martinez has the best saves or penalties Premier League at the moment. I was even scared. Martinez saves, but I think he has saved more penalties Premier League than anybody else.
Right.
So I'll give Bruno a good 7.
Pogba.
Pogba get a solid 8. He get a solid 8 too. He's to some point, man, he missed two goals he should have scored, and then there's one he left for Fred. Man, dude.
Yeah, that
don't
one for
even,
Fred.
Don't even think about who's behind you, man. He's good from there. I don't know why he was thinking about Fred or McTominay to come and shoot from there. But he did his job right.
Yeah, Pogba is our like joint man of the match, so obviously he would get the same point between I gave it to Bai, so he would get solid 8 from me. He was literally like remarkably well. I think one of the best games he played from this season.
Yeah, definitely an 8. He set the standards for 2021 now. This is what we should be seeing.
Yep.
He's been so far inconsistent, and he tried to create things. He was letting people control the game. He was going on, trying to push forward to try scores. And also his defensive duties. He realised he needs to get back there and help. So definitely a solid 8.
I'll give him an 8 as well. I think he, like I said earlier, the second best player on the field today. I like the goal he almost scored at the end. He could have had it. I think if he would have made it a left footer, he would have scored. But it was
I think the ball came to him quicker than he thought.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But you're right. Left
Yeah.
foot, he would have scored that.
Yeah, and I think
Rashford.
Oh man, Rashford, he looked good and he did it at the same time.
He threatened, but nothing out of anything.
Exactly, yeah. And so for that, I mean, I'll give him a 6.5.
I'm giving him a 6. Too many poor decisions, shooting when he should be passing when he should have been shooting. Just an inconsistent game today.
Again, Rashford and making poor decision is a better luster than twilight. So anyway, I'm not going to preaching to the choir. He's going to get 6 out of 10 from me. Rashford, if he really wants to be a prolific striker in the world, one thing he really has to work on, they look some players, like sometimes that doesn't just go for a blasting a ball to the net, back of the net. Sometimes just passing, try to make it to perfection. So again, 6 out of 10, that's all I can do.
Coming into today's game, I think Rashford was our best player.
Exactly.
was,
Because
So
one of the
I think he had that mentality. I mean, like he just said, shooting whenever he's supposed to be passing, and passing whenever he's supposed to be shooting. So I mean, he had too many chances to assist or to score goals, but he was doing the wrong thing. He get a 6. Martial, man, the right place at the right time. He scored a goal. I had actually. Martial holds the ball as a striker. Something, let me give you an example. If it was Martial getting those chances Rashford had, he would have scored like 5 goals. Martial, so he had a good game. He scored a goal. At least 2 out of it. He get a 7 for me.
I'm going to give him a solid 7 also because he scored a remarkably good error. Okay, between like 2 defenders, he just planted and like doing the back of the net.
And he had a
So he
shot,
will get
he
a
had a shot
7
on
out of
target
10.
too.
And he was actually most of the time he holding the ball. He was in the right position, which Rashford
the keeper
was
said that
missing.
shot he
Yeah,
had
that's
earlier.
why I'm going to agree with Chris. If he would have gotten the same amount of chances that Rashford got, he would have scored at least 2-3 goals from there. So he will get a solid 7 out of 10 from me.
Yeah, definitely a 7. Crucial goal that he scored. Goal that play was good. Again, a few poor decision making, which is affecting his game. That's why he's only got 2 goals this season. Definitely, we're hoping to see him push on for 2021.
I'll give him a 7.5. I like the efforts that he had, but in this game it seemed like he was too nice. Like a lot of times in striker you like to see a little bit of selfishness. Take it.
He was playing because doing a team play.
Yeah, exactly. And in this game he had specifically some opportunities where he could have taken it himself and just score a little bit of scores, but it was a good effort. I think it was like 7.5.
Alright, let's look at the subs. Matic.
When did Matic come in?
He came on
About
for
75th minute,
I think, I give him the same as McTominay, kind of 6.5. He was there, I think.
Yeah, 6. He came on, he was solid, won those crucial headers. Again, a few fouls in dangerous areas. He's got to cut out of his game.
Yeah, I'm going to give him like 6 because he didn't make a much of an impact, but still he covered up like McTominay. The McTominay was like totally useless. boys today. So he kind of played sometimes well. He won the balls a couple of times. There are a couple of crucial interceptions he made. He also lost balls. So overall, 6 out of 10 is kind of like a good rating for him.
And that was a good substitution actually for McTominay for Matic because Matic holds the ball and Matic he can pass the ball. Something that McTominay don't know.
Yes,
There was a situation where McTominay was having the ball where Pogba and Bruno are wide open. I'm like, hey, dude, that's not your game. Give the ball to the guys, the playmakers. And then he passed the ball, went outside. That man, I was like, hey, you didn't come out. So McTominay came in. Matic came in. He's good at holding the ball. And he's good on defensive because of his height. So he get a good 6.
Transaving.
Oh, I didn't see too much of him. I know he came in fresh. He only played. He came injury time. He get an average 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the straight up like 6 on the average rate because he just played like for a couple of minutes, but again he didn't make any crucial impact. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
I'll give him a 6. I really like him. I like what we could bring to the team. But I wish we could have seen more of him today.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the selection, tactics, and substitution today. What are you giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Well, I've been seeing something good from Ole. I think since Ferguson started coming on the stand, I think I believe maybe Ferguson need to be on the stand all the time. I mean, we haven't lost how many games now? I mean,
It was his birthday yesterday. Is it yesterday?
Yeah, he was bad yesterday and he was again today. I think Ole be doing a good job. I get a good 6.5.
Well, we started the year very strongly, like good position on starting lineup. So I'm going to give him at least 7.5 out of 10 for the starting lineup. And again, he put players in a good position. The diamond formation kind of could have worked. Obviously it worked. He could have actually won in like 3-4 goals if Rashford could have cut players all the chances. Then on the subs, he made a crucial. Matic was still a better sub than to replace McTominay at that time. So overall, I'm going to give him 7.5.
7. I think it was solid. Good lineup. Plays that he trusts in.
Also 7. I think what we spoke about earlier, adding that extra attacking midfielder. Now that we have Bailly in there, when we did have Bailly in there, would kind of push it a little bit higher. But I think it's 7. Yeah.
The whole team performance overall, what are you going to give the whole team for digging deep, not panicking, mental toughness, got through first game of the year? What are you going to give the whole team as a unit today?
7.
7.
I'm going to give them a 7 because it's a solid 7 because
It's a good Aston Villa side.
They didn't even they concede the goal, they didn't hold down, they just get back and they literally praised them hard right at the end of the game. I know defensively we are not doing well, that's why I'm going to take 3 points out for them. Hopefully our defense will be solid in the later games. 7 is a very perfect point.
Yeah, 7. Great composure in the second half, especially I think. Solid 7.
We forgot the one and only Daniel James.
No, that's right.
Oh, Daniel James, man.
He had one chance to run and pass.
Not the greatest of all time. You get a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
give
give
it 5.
5.
He should have just sprinted on and because he should have good players. And
He
passed
went
on
there,
the
then
player.
came in the
Because
middle
he's
where there were more
playing
players.
sports like all football. He's not an athlete. He's not making a 100-meter sprint. So he should actually think about that. So 5 is still a generous
Yeah,
rating.
5, I think so. Again, poor decision making, which he's got to figure out if he's going to stay at Man United. If he's got to make better decisions.
He's gonna go.
Yeah, same exact thing. 5. In a young player like that, you like to see the decisiveness in it. It's something that you don't really teach a lot of times.
Exactly.
Know what to
You
do.
don't. Some things you can't teach. Something you need to kind of like. You know what?
That's the same thing with Rashford. Rashford is kind of a senior player, so he has to take the own responsibility of the system.
All right. Houston Red Army is giving you the match ratings. They've told you the player ratings. They've told you what they think about the game today and the players. United have won by 2-1. First game in 2021. Are United in a challenge? Are they in a title challenge?
Yes, sir. We're in there.
You're in there?
Yeah, we're in there.
We're definitely in there. We are the
So
joint
United
topper.
challenging for the title?
We're the joint topper, obviously. We are going to get the 21st trophy and 21st.
Okay, I love that. Are United in the title
We
chase?
are in the title challenge now. We're only 3 points.
We're in the
behind.
title challenge.
We're in the title challenge.
Definitely, yes.
United entitled challenge.
Yep.
All right. Houston Red Army, thank you very much. Glory, glory.
Man
Man
United.
United.